1 in 3. That's how many American men will face physical violence, sexual assault, or stalking by an intimate partner. 1 in 3 women worldwide will endure physical or sexual abuse, most often by someone they know. But domestic abuse isn't just bruises. It's manipulation, it's fear, it's control that seeps into every part of your life. I'm Ingrid Dutton, and I survived it. Then I created 1 in 3 so no one else has to suffer in silence. Each week, we break that silence together. Occasionally joined by survivors, loved ones, and experts, we talk about the pain, yes, but also about the healing, resilience, and the fight to reclaim your life. This podcast is more than awareness, it's a lifeline. And a reminder, you are seen, you are heard, you are never alone. Search for 1 in 3 wherever you get your podcasts, because every voice matters and every story deserves to be heard.
Venus is a beautiful, good-natured lady, was the goddess of love. Juno, a terrible shrew, the goddess of marriage. And there were always mortal enemies. Jonathan Swift. Terrible shrew.
Marriage is a terrible shrew.
Yeah.
I love it.
I got a kick out of that too.
Times 2.
Times 2, always. So as you could tell from 2 weeks ago, I will be covering the month of June. Okay, so to start off with, when I want to say something super creepy that happened. When Ingrid was doing her May presentation, her May episode, I never Googled what the meaning of the name Jessica was. So I typed into Google, what is the meaning of? And the first 3 options that showed up was Ingrid, May, Dutton. It was so creepy. I screenshot it and we'll post it on our social because that's creepy. They were listening.
100% they were listening, because it's not like I used your internet to look that up.
Exactly. So creepy.
We're in totally different states. It's so weird. It's so creepy. Except, I mean, the only thing I can say that's not creepy about explaining this is, maybe everyone just really wants to know more about me, and it's just like a top Google search.
Yeah. I'm sure that's what it was.
I cracked myself up.
Jeez. Okay, so just to let you guys know, since you talked about Ingrid, Jessica, it's a Hebrew girl's name that means he sees. It also means vision or sight, God beholds, or wealthy. So God is beholding my wealthiness of love. Laughter.
Right. You're so wealthy, you're a fat man, and God's
on a hill.
On a hill. Which you can. What was the first one? Something about being able to see?
Yeah.
You can see the fat man on the hill.
I can. I didn't actually look up what the meaning of June was.
June is your episode.
I know, but I didn't look up. Well, I didn't look up what the name meant. So in Latin, it means young. And that's the only thing that comes up. It just means young.
That's silly, because everybody's young when they're named.
So I am, God beholds my wealthiness. I'm young and fat on a hill. Until I got married. And then marriage means whatever marriage means. I have no idea.
Yeah. You shrew. You're a young fat shrew.
I know. I am a young fat shrew. Oh my gosh. Actually, it's the nickname for the month March.
What? Huh?
Mares is the German nickname for the month of March.
Which, I didn't explain this in my episode. We were not born in May or June.
No.
I was born in March, and this is why it's exciting that your last name means me. Everything comes back to me.
Apparently, according to Google, too. Okay. All right. So
Jessica was born in December, by the way.
Yeah, not born in June.
No.
At all.
Ooh, you know what you should have started off with is, so when I went my first day of kindergarten, or around about then, we had just poured concrete for steps or something. And our dad carved in there, Ingrid May started school today. Jessica June will start soon.
I loved seeing that, actually.
I did too. Soon was like 3 years later, though.
Yeah, soonish. Okay, so my references are, I took them back. Wikipedia, dictionary.com, almanac.com, and Britannica.
I think you need to, maybe you guys should go to like couple counseling or something.
We're just going to have an open relationship now.
Oh, one of those. Okay.
Yeah.
But are you going to give him money for this?
Not anymore.
Okay, then.
All right. So June ultimately comes from the Latin Junius of Juno, referring to the Roman goddess. The J for the I in Latin's Iono, it's I-U-N-O, emerges in French, and its spelling with the letter J didn't settle in English in England until the late 1600s. The name Juno itself comes from the Latin Juventas, which means youth. Oh, I did look it up. I wrote this a couple weeks ago, sorry. Which is related to words like juvenile and rejuvenate. In ancient Rome, Junius was the 4th month of the year and a 10-month calendar, like Ingrid covered last 2 weeks ago. Who is?
Just, you are juvenile.
I also rejuvenate and youthful.
Okay.
So who is Juno, you ask? Identified as a counterpart to the Greek Hera, Juno was an important and powerful ancient Italian deity who became the protector of Rome, wife of Jupiter, one of his many, of course, queen of gods and goddess of marriage, childbirth, and fertility. Juno was an ancient Roman goddess, the protector and special counselor of the state. She was equated to Hera, queen of the gods in Greek mythology, and a goddess of love and marriage. A daughter of Saturn, she was the sister and wife of Jupiter and the mother of Mars, Vulcan. Weird. Didn't Vulcan date Maya? Weird. Bellona and Juventas.
Maya.
I meant Maya. Like Hera, her sacred animal was the peacock. She was also said to watch over the women of Rome. Interestingly, the Roman goddess Juno is both the spouse and sister of Jupiter, the king of all the Roman gods, who are both worshipped alongside goddess Minerva, Jupiter's daughter.
Hence her shrewdness.
Probably. So together, the three gods, Juno, Jupiter, and Minerva, comprise the Capitoline triad, a group of three deities that are worshipped all together by the citizens of Rome and whose temples in their honor were built. Juno's theology is one of the most complex and disputed issues in Roman religion, even more than the other Roman deities. Juno held a large number of significant and diverse epitaphs, names, and titles, representing various aspects and roles of the goddess. In accordance with her central role as a goddess of marriage, those included Pronumba and Synexia, she who looses the bride's girdle. Oh, hussy. You're welcome.
Those are the friends that, like, these men don't want their wives hanging out with.
That's exactly.
Just FYI, I'm not that kind of friend. I might not be a shrewd wife, but I'm also not a loosener of belts.
Loosener of bride's girdles. While her connection with the idea of vital force, the fullness of vital energy, and eternal youthfulness is now generally acknowledged, the multiplicity and complexity of her personality have given rise to various and sometimes irreconcilable interpretations among modern scholars. Juno is certainly the divine protectress of the community, who shows both a sovereign and a fertility character, often associated with a military one.
Why, hello there, Sean Connery.
Oh, Sean Connery.
Associated.
All right. So with Jupiter and Minerva, Juno was a member of the Capii triad, traditionally introduced by the Etruscan kings.
Times two.
Times two. It was so important. I said it twice. Juno is connected with all aspects of the life of women, most particularly married life. Ovid relates that Juno was jealous of Jupiter for giving birth to Minerva from his own head. Ooh. After Flora gave her an herb, Juno gave birth to Mars. That's a powerful herb. As Juno Lucina, the goddess of childbirth, she had a temple in the Esquiline from the 4th century BC. In her role as female comforter, she assumed various descriptive names. Individualized, she became a female guardian angel, as every man had his genius, so every woman had her Juno. I don't know what that means. I don't know what a genius is. I mean, I know what
You're talking to one right now, sis.
I know what a genius means in our words, but I don't know what that means. I guess it must be like a protector of men. Interesting. Thus, she represented, in a sense, the female principle of life. As her cult expanded, she assumed wider functions and became like Hera. Again, so important, gotta say it twice. The principal female divinity of the state. So there's Juno Lucina, and now there's Juno Moneta, which means the warner. She had a temple of the Arcs, the northern summit of the Capitoline Hill, from 344 BC. It later housed the Roman mint, and the words mint and money derive from the name Moneta. According to Plutarch, the cackle of her sacred geese gave...
I'm laughing at that cackle because that's you.
The cackle of her sacred geese saved the Arcs from the Gauls in 1990 and 390 BC. Her significant festivals were the Matronalia, matron, get it, on March 1st, and Non Capitoni, which was celebrated under a wild fig tree in the Campus Martinis on July 7th. Juno is represented in various guises. Most frequently, however, she's portrayed as a standing matron of statuesque proportions and severe beauty, occasionally exhibiting military characteristics.
Hey, are you sure it was July, not June? We're talking about June.
Yeah, that celebration was July 7th.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, what do you want?
Something that makes sense is what I want.
I don't have that. I'm not a genius.
Ever. Clearly, you're not. You're a number 3, and you're talking to a number 7. So,
good grief. All right. In modern depiction of the Roman goddess Juno, she's always wielding a spear on one hand, a shield on the other, and was clothed with a goatskin cloak. Summer weddings are pretty popular, and they must have started because of the blessing that this goddess bestowed on those wed in her sacred namesake month. Fun facts.
And because you're not supposed to get married in May.
Exactly. So everyone just put it off till June.
Yeah.
Not that month. All right. Fun facts. Even though there are voluminous, a lot of pieces of literature available through Roman mythology.
Genius at work. Caution. Caution. Genius at work.
I'm a Juno. I'm not a genius. Little is known as to the exact origin of the Roman goddess Juno. She would come with many names throughout history and as Roman civilization progressed. One of the most important things to know, however, is her involvement in the Capitoline triad, as discussed earlier, which made us which made her one of the oldest deities of Rome.
Make up your mind, Jessica. Are you old or are you young? And you are not a deity.
I'm part of the triad.
Oh no. And we thought I was getting vain with a Google search. You're calling yourself God.
It's me and her together.
Oh no.
Okay, so she has 3 symbols. Juno has 3 goddess symbols. The first one is the geese who cackle. And these are the sacred animals for the goddess Juno because of some anecdotes that these animals were the first to alert Roman soldiers when they were asleep of impending attacks from the Gauls by honking and quacking loudly, cackling. Even when the time came that Romans were in shortage of food, they kept the geese well fed and healthy to show their devotion to the Roman goddess Juno.
So I think I need to stand corrected. You actually may be Juno reincarnated because of the whole cackle thing.
Ah! I'm one of her geeses. I'm one of her geese. Oh my God.
You're one of the genius geese. Oh my Juno.
Oh God, let this episode end. Okay, another goddess, Juno goddess symbol, the peacock, which I talked about before. So this bird has a strong association with the goddess Juno. In one mythological story, Juno was described as an extremely jealous wife of Jupiter. Once Jupiter fell in love with Junis Priesto Io.
Okay, I just thought Judas Priest. I'm sorry.
All right. Jupiter transformed himself into a dark cloud and descended upon Earth to be with Io. However, the Roman goddess Juno, upon looking down, noticed the dark cloud and immediately knew that was her unfaithful husband. Having been aware of his wife's wrath, Jupiter transformed Io into a white cow for Io to escape Juno's anger. But she could not escape the powers of the goddess Juno, as she tied the poor cow and sent Argus, Juno's servant, who had 100 eyes, to watch over Io without failure. So I guess the peacock, the eyes and the feather must be.
So there was just a white cow tied to a fence with a peacock watching it.
No, it was a servant with 100 eyes. It didn't say he was a peacock. But I think that's why the peacock's associated, is because the tips of their feathers look like eyes.
Oh. Okay.
Yep, that poor cow. All right, the last goddess symbol, the wild fig tree. Because of the tree's fruit bears many seeds inside, this was related to Juno as the goddess of fertility. During festivities, fig tree branches and their milky sap were offered to the Roman goddess Juno. Because she was the goddess of childbirth, it was practiced that every time an offering was presented to her, people made sure there was no knots tied on the body because it could hinder the successful delivery of a child. No knots in the fig tree branch.
How does that hinder anything?
I don't know. It was their belief. It make childbirth difficult if there's a knot.
Oh, because it's so easy. Anyway.
Obviously.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's Juno. That's us.
Oh, Jessica. Oh, Jessica.
So thanks to Mom and Dad for naming us May and June.
Yes. You gave us some episode ideas. Also, happy 4th of July.
Yes, happy 4th of July. Happy birthday, America.
America. Okay, well, let's wrap this intelligent episode up with some B's. I say be a genius. I don't know.
All right, be a Juno. Come join us.
Don't be thinking you're a god.
Don't be a white cow tied with someone watching you.
But you can still be a fat man on a hill.
All day, every day. And be wealthy and youthful.
And rejuvenated.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you need to start a skincare line. Juno.
Called Juno?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be a good name for one, wouldn't it?
Copyrighted. Does that work? Can you just say that and take it? It's patented.
Like dibs.
Dibs on the Juno skincare line. that do you guys, are you going to trust the genius Jessica to create something that you want to put on your face?
You should. I just can't speak. That was fun. That was hard to get through for some reason.
For us all,
read.
it was difficult for us all.
So not nice.
You're the shrew.
Okay, well, Google is listening, so we should probably stop.
I know. Okay, well, we'll be back again in 2 weeks, which will take us to the end of July.
I hope everyone's enjoying their summer.
Okay,
All right.
2 weeks from today. Bye.
Bye.
If you would like to reach out to us or submit your situation, please contact us at anothersituationpodcast@gmail.com or find us on Instagram at Another Situation Podcast. We're also on Facebook at Another Situation.
Another Situation is produced and edited by Point 5 Pinoy. Music is written and performed by Tim Crow.